Hello guys. So today we will be discussing about who should Thomas Tuchel be picking up from Foden and Cole Palmer because that's one of the hot positions that Thomas Tuchel will be looking forward in taking it to the World Cup 2026. So talking about a little bit performances of Foden and Cole Palmer. So Phil Foden has recently been gaining momentum and returning to his form with 7 Premier League goals and 5 Premier League assists with 0.55 of average. Whereas talking about Cole Palmer, he was previously good in terms of taking penalty, but recently he has missed the penalty in the recent penalty taking opportunity, whereas taking a 9 Premier League goals with one assist and 17 penalties out of 18 with 0.3 ratio. So Thomas Tuchel has really a lot to decide to whom he should be preferring to take to the World Cup because both of them are a great prospect and once considered to be a wonderkids of English football. So talking about even the Premier League appearances of Phil Foden and Cole Palmer too, Phil Foden has considerably more Premier League appearances, with Cole Palmer suffering some of the injuries, with Premier League minutes also taken uh, exceeding of Phil Foden as compared to Cole Palmer. So talking about few other players that are almost playing very much good recently and can be considered almost at the same position on which mostly Phil Foden and Cole Palmer plays. Talking about Jude Bellingham, a big club player representing Real Madrid, plus has been recently uh, being given opportunities from England too. So Thomas Tuchel would really be trying to give him opportunity as he belongs to a big club, but still he has a lot to prove in Real Madrid shirt also because he has also been inconsistently being picked by Arbeloa and previously Xabi Alonso too. Talking about Morgan Rogers have been really good this season, providing a good link-up play to Ole Watkins, plus also scoring goals by himself too. So he has been doing an awesome job in the Villa shirts. Talking about Eze, really means representing Arsenal this season, and Arsenal, everyone knows that Arsenal has been really good. They are contender for one of the, they are a finalist in UCL. They are contender for Premier League title also, and God knows if they win both of them. So as a would be one of the choices. Not, I mean, really a starter of it, but I guess he would be given a chance. Another notable mention is Morgan Gibbs-White because I do think for Forest he has been good. He has brought Forest to the finals where they eventually got semi-finals. Sorry, where they eventually got lost to Aston Villa, but they had been really good. Talking about Phil Foden and Cole Palmer about their recent performance with England too. So against Japan, it was Cole Palmer error that led to Mitoma goal. So he was a little bit volatile in that position. Plus, Phil Foden was considered to be a little bit ineffective as in false night because he was fading from the presence, was losing balls, plus also was almost appearing as a ghost overall on the pitch. So he needs to be either he needs to be play as a second striker or he has to play as a link up player towards striker and mid so that he can play an effective role in the English squad. So talking about, as you can see that the most of the means predicted lineup for the three lions should be like that, with Bellingham either in as a cam or either Morgan Rogers will be taking up that position, or Morgan Rogers will be moving up towards as a second striker position, whereas Saka is almost confirmed with either Madueke substituting him, or either means Thomas Tuchel can pick Bowen also. But my personal choice is like Saka and Madueke at the right side of the wing. But the again position comes of the cam, or the position of a second striker, or a position of a link up player with the striker and the mid. So for that position I guess Phil Foden is much better and started to get momentum too, so he could be the choice, but as in sub with Morgan Rogers and Jude Bellingham taking up the most of the playing 11. So there are three of the choices. We can take Foden and leave Palmer because it would be a versatility bet. Foden has the run in form with 7 goals, 5 assists, and a position range to cover Bellingham, Gordon, Saka, and Kane in emergencies. And it could be the one solution, one passport to all of the problems that English squad does has. So we can take Palmer also. Palmer is good in penalties also, but eventually in the presence of Kane would be taking up the penalties, so Palmer is ineffective in that scenario. He could be influential in going a good in throwing up a good finish shot from long range. But for that position, we already have Morgan Rogers, we have Declan Rice, we have even Elliot Anderson can shot with a good pace. And the other option that we can take both. So taking both is still a liability. I do personally think that central mid positions like Kobe Mino or James Garner, they were pretty much good in international friendlies, so they would be taking up the position because of their good performances with the clubs too. So I think either one of them will go. So my personal take is I previously personally liked Cole Palmer because of if he is given spaces, he is very much a threat to the opponents. But due to the current performances, I do think Phil Foden gonna be a part of the English squad because of the recent two assists against Crystal Palace, plus the one that he gave it to Semenyo. So that was really amazing. So that is one of the key factors that would be that would actually be helpful for Thomas Tuchel in order to pick up the main as a cam position player, or number 10, or a link-up player, or a second striker. So that's what Thomas Tuchel will be deciding up in the future, considering the performances, the key factors, and the availability of players. Thanks guys.